Ricky, do you have some thoughts for us? We were just talking before you came on here about Antonio Brown and everything that happened with him today, and that kind of unusual meltdown. And I don't want to spend any time making fun of him, and I feels kind of reckless to diagnose him with something, but his behavior is so erratic as to just throw out a lot of questions.
So I guess my big thing is because someone's, we all have a friend. We all have that friend. I mean, I'm that friend for most of my friends whose behavior is erratic. So,
yeah. I feel you.
That doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with them. And so when I look at it, I just say, he probably is done playing football. And I don't mean like he's done because no one will give him a shot. I mean, he's done because he doesn't want to do it anymore. And I think sometimes we have inner turmoil and sometimes it acts out publicly.
I've had a lot of my friends say that about Antonio Brown for about 2.5 years. He doesn't want to play anymore and he doesn't know how to extract himself from it.
Well, what else is he going to do? Where's he going to get that kind of attention? I mean, he already did Dancing with the Stars, so it's a tricky question. If I'm being honest, when I retired from the NFL the first time, I had to wrestle with this idea of realizing I'm not going to be able to play this game forever, and I'm going to have to at some point do something else. And it's a scary thought because there's stadiums of 80, 60,000 people cheering us on, and when we walk away from that, it's tough.
Ricky, you think after seeing what everyone saw today, you think that teams would still sign Antonio Brown? No, I agree with you.
No. Because if anything, he's just made it clear that he doesn't really want to play.
Right. But if he wanted to play, if he expressed the desire to play,
I don't know if anyone would be desperate enough to believe him.
Can you explain to us the fracturing of trust that happens when or just the importance of trust?
The importance of trust. I think that's it. And it's one of the things, like inside of the football environment, sometimes there'll be a guy who's not as talented, but he gets more playing time. And some of the guys on the team will be looking and say, why isn't the better talented guy playing? And it's because the coach trusts. That's the most valuable thing, more so than talent in the NFL, is can the coach trust you? And that's just on the field. Can he trust you to remember the play and execute what he asks you to do? When it comes to something that hurts the morale or hurts the team, that's a whole nother level of trust. And I think it gets to the point where if a guy is a cancer on the team, it's the talent on the field is not worth it anymore.
Mike, what's going on with Antonio Brown now on social media? Because it's a pretty public thing here, Ricky, and I really don't know how you're supposed to slalom around some of the stuff happening with him because of the behavior, because of the addiction to social media, and because of the stuff Mike was saying, that he's got an assortment of problems off the field related to behavior.
We saw, I'm sorry, Dan, to answer your question, and Ricky, just to give you some context here, Antonio Brown's been very active since leaving MetLife Stadium. He just linked to a rap song on his IG. He's appearing in Uber drivers' social media videos. He is posting photos of himself, calling himself a super gremlin. He is reveling in the attention, it would seem, the way that he did when he was forcing his way out of the Raiders organization, Ricky.
Yeah, but I guess what I'm saying is he has the ability to do all of those things. And the truth is, I mean, at least at this point in the story, he's got enough money, he's taken care of, like he can do whatever he wants. And I think that might be part of what is difficult for people is this guy is doing whatever he wants. Those guys are not supposed to be able to do whatever they want.
You don't judge it, huh?
Judge it for what? For what?
Well, I think a lot of people are looking at the behavior and saying, and you're certainly familiar with this, the idea that he's throwing away the thing that so many people who are watching on Sunday want to be a part of. No one throws that away. You could speak firsthand to the idea of what it feels like to have a whole bunch of people looking at you saying no one throws that away.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, but it's not true, obviously. I threw it away. He's throwing it away. Just because something works, everyone can. I mean, I say everyone can't beat Tom Brady. And football is not for everyone. Just because we're talented, just because we can do something well, doesn't mean it's what we're supposed to be doing.
What about the act of quitting in the middle of a play?
I think it's cool. It's a story, right? There's some at some level when you get to the top, right? You're just like everyone else, and you have to do something to distinguish yourself. Right? We're all talking about it. Like, to me, we're not talking about his football ability anymore.
Right. I appreciate the perspective, but also, like, just to play devil's advocate here a little bit. I mean, there were people that sucked their neck out for him. Tom Brady sucked his beautiful, unwrinkled neck out there for him, and he has the kind of reputation where he could get away with that stuff. But did he throw away relationships within that locker room too? Like, doing that within a game, and you know from being in locker rooms how football players take team and the team mentality and quitting on your team as you live through it. It is regarded by those on the outside as like one of the cardinal sins in that sport. Did he just lose friends? Does he not care about that?
Well, I mean, to me, I think it's so. I want to bring a little bit of astrology into this because that's what I do. But he's a Cancer, and Cancer is about family, right? And the whole thing about family is if your family does something like that, you don't sit there and judge them. You care about them, And so, what little I saw is, when Tom Brady was asked about what happened, he talked about compassion. So I don't think he's lost friends that he truly values. The people that truly care about him, they care about him, and they realize that he's going through something. We all go through things. I don't think we have to pathologize it.
Ricky, should the Buccaneers as an organization feel or have some sort of obligation to make sure he's okay?
I don't think so. I think he's a grown man. And I think part of being a grown man is you get to act and behave the way you like.
Right.
There's consequences, whatever for all of us, but we're free to be able to do whatever we like and deal with the results, for better or for worse.